Well, welcome to this week's Curious Crow podcast. We are on episode number 8. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm William.
And I'm Chris Borden.
We got some great stuff coming up in today's show, including Sonic Mania, why Chris is such an angry young man, Disney you're taking on Netflix, SoundCloud is okay, and we will talk about that as well. Great news from Stephan Karl. Just looking at because I'm going to talk about Jimmy Broadbent, but something I didn't see that's been added to the run order.
Yes.
Star for people too, you bellends.
Yes, indeed.
I look forward to seeing what that's about.
Oh yes, it's my rant for the week.
We're going to also be talking about City Skyland, Zombieland, Ghost in the Shell, Spider-Man 2 on PS1, Stansted Via Las Vegas, and how goldfish survive the winter using the power of booziness.
They swim around in vodka.
They
and
do
live
swim
forever.
around in vodka. So that's not true. We'll talk about that as we get on a little bit later on.
Can you imagine that vodka-infused fish? I don't think it would taste great, honestly.
Well, why would you try and eat a goldfish? I don't really think goldfish...
Sometimes, mate, especially when you're a student like I was.
You just have to take what you can get, and goldfish is goldfish is on the menu tonight.
Yeah, goldfish was definitely on the menu at one point. I swear to God.
And that was the last we saw of Bob. In my head, all goldfish are called Bob.
Really?
Bob.
To be fair, it wasn't so much that I ate Bob, I ate the cat he was inside.
Meow.
Mao.
Shut up, Mao.
Actually,
It's that cat.
That cat. Although I turned around yesterday while I was at work, and I was just sat there with a couple of my co-workers, and obviously they don't know me particularly well yet because I'm quite new, and I saw a cat out the corner of my eye and I went, Mao. And they just started laughing at me, and I was like, "What? I'm really sorry. I do that with dogs.
I've forgotten that's funny."
Yeah, well, it's. I do that with dogs as well. I sit there, I'm sat there and go, oh, "Puppy."
And now we've started doing it as well.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh well, I do it. Like Hannah does it as well. Just Mal.
Oh yes. Good.
Should we talk about Sonic Mania?
Yes. Please do.
And I want to talk about another hedgehog as well. I haven't written him down.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Hero. We'll talk about Hero as well after this. So
the best hedgehog.
Sonic Mania.
Gotta go fast.
Nintendo Switch, PS4 and Xbox One fans are looking forward to the old school Sonic the Hedgehog game, but there's good news and bad news for the PC. Sonic Mania's release date has been delayed at the very last minute. Sonic Mania has been pushed back to August 29th as the development team works on further optimizations. However, the good news for Nintendo Switch, PS4 and Xbox One owners is that the release date delay only applies to the PC version of the retro platformer game. Sonic Mania will still have an August 15th release date on Nintendo Switch, but so by the PS4 and Xbox One. So by the time this comes out,
it'll be available.
Sonic Mania will be out, and I expect in next week's podcast I'll probably talk about it.
Probably. Knowing you,
probably end up talking about it. I haven't looked at it yet, but yes.
But you never know.
Never know.
I'm looking forward to the fact that they're obviously releasing a retro game for next gen platforms and stuff. I like that.
It's going to be like this is going to be basically what Sonic 4 ought to have been.
I hope so. But do you know what? Sonic's brand power is just through the roof, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, look at for instance, Sonic Unleashed, where he turns into a werehog.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
And then obviously there was also, was it Sonic and the Black Knight? Is what they crossed over into fantasy,
and there was a reason for that. What happened was, we all know the lovely video game that's referred to as Sonic 06.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
I've got it.
I know you do.
And I tried to play it with Hannah, and I ended up getting so frustrated with it that I had to, every time it got me down, I was like, right, we're going to Creams. Which they're an ice cream shop. I was like, we're going to Creams. I had to have an ice cream. I was like, whoa. I had to call myself off after a session with Sonic 06. It's just a horrendous game. But
is it really that as bad as you're making it out?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not the worst game of all time, but it's up there because it's just broken. Right? It's just it would be bad if it wasn't broken, but because it is broken, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But here's the upside for PC owners. To make up for the delay, anyone who pre-orders the Sonic Mania PC version before August the 15th will receive a free Steam key for the original Sonic.
Oh, that's cool.
And that applies as well for those who have bought the Sonic Mania's Collector's Edition, which I've seen. The Collector's Edition looks very nice.
Oh.
But yeah, it's coming out as we record this tomorrow.
Yes, indeed it is.
So yeah, cool stuff. Speaking of like weird times and stuff, I wish to apologise for the delay in putting up last week's episode.
Yeah.
There's valid reason for it, I promise.
Which is?
What happened was we recorded it on late Thursday night.
Yes, we did.
Okay, because we both got jobs. It's hard work to try and get this all put together.
Well, it was, to be fair, I think in all fairness, is I should take some of this blame, because first week of work, I'm still settling into it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm now having to learn how to manage my time slightly better.
Yeah.
So, I apologise.
It comes with time, mate. It comes with time. So that happened, and then on Friday, when I should have put it up on Friday, I just had to spend some time with my girlfriend. I just had to spend time with... You got to sometimes go, all right, this thing's got to take a hit, because I've got to do this other thing that's really important to me.
Well, that's the thing. It's prioritising,
it's
isn't it?
life. Life got in the way. So it went up on Saturday night.
Yes, it did.
And good news, which we'll talk about very soon. But yeah, I'm very excited about Sonic Mania. I will buy it. I haven't pre-purchased it, but I will buy it because I like Sonic. I've got a Sonic the Hedgehog table, which you'll be able to see in an upcoming video, which I've started working on.
Ooh.
Yes. Mysterious. So yeah, I'm excited for Sonic Mania, and that's kind of it on that one, really. To be honest with you. No, I'm just looking forward to it. It's been delayed, but it's a strange one because it's last minute.
Yeah,
but
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes delays aren't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's because they need just that little bit of tweaking. Especially when it comes to video games. Obviously, you don't want something that's unfinished to be released.
Especially in the Sonic series. I mean, we've had a couple of those. We had Sonic 06 and then more recently Sonic Boom.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know anything that really offends me? I'm so offended. Is the fact that they changed the colour of Sonic's arms.
What, in Sonic
Boom? Because they were tanned arms before. They have always been tanned arms.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's got blue arms.
Are you a member of a Sonic community, Chris? Is there something you need to tell me?
I am part of the Sonic cult. We worship him and Knuckles. But then the rest of the time, do you know our biggest problem?
Go on.
Shadow. They're everywhere. They follow us.
This is taking a weird path.
Yes, it has. I'm very tired.
I think the Sonic Boom cartoon's alright, actually.
Never seen it.
I kind of like it. It's quite funny. They mention like the Sonic fan base. Like they do references to it, and it's like
that's quite funny.
There's a thing that I discovered is called Son Amy.
Oh,
which is the idea that the whole thing with Sonic the Hedgehog and Amy Rose is that Sonic is just like running away from this girl who's a bit crazy. And there's the people who want that to be a thing. They want them to be together, and they actually reference that in the show, which I thought was quite funny. Let's talk about something else. Chris, I've known this for a long time.
I know you
have. About as long as I've known you. It says on this running order, why Chris is such an angry young man. Why are you such an angry young man, Chris?
Do you know what I think it is? Honestly, society. No, I'm joking. People. This pairs up actually with the last red thing that I have in our running order. Combine them, I would say. I'm going to just for sake of continuity and all the rest of it. I don't have to then breach the subject again.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've started my new job, which is lovely, but I was an angry young man way before that. And do you know the reason being?
Go on.
Because I find it very, very difficult to believe that there are so many bellends out there. I really do. It's difficult because obviously the thing is I think it's fair to say there are, in a lot of ways, as you can tell, I'm really tired. I am as well. With that. Yeah, we're both shattered.
Makes you feel any better.
But the thing is obviously there are more good people that outweigh the bad. I think in a lot of ways there are a lot of things going on everywhere at all times that make you go, huh, okay, that's a lot of bad people, there's a few bad people, and then there's some good people, but there's loads more good people, and it's nice. But when you have those days where you just seem to get an abundance of arse hats
Yes.
That that seem to wear each other like a hat because they've got they got their heads up each other's asses so much. It's fairly irritating.
Right.
But for instance, I'm not going to share as to where I work, but this evening I was doing a bit of cleaning.
As you do.
In the job.
Yeah.
And a fellow decided that because I was cleaning, he was going to do something what I'm assuming he considered very funny. Or maybe he was just an arsehole, because he took a load of rubbish out of his pockets and just dumped it at my feet.
That's a dick move.
It is a dick move, and I'm sorry, I don't care who you are, I don't care whether you're worth, £50 billion or what have you. Do you know what? I don't care, because as far as I'm concerned, and I should hope anyway, I am a human being.
We've debated the point, but we've come to the conclusion that you are.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone debates it. I'm to be fair, for a while I thought I was an eggplant, or an aubergine, as the English, as we English say.
Just to punt in for a second here.
Yes.
My dad used to have a Ford Mondeo.
Yeah.
And it was, the colour of it was, and I quote, dark aubergine.
Oh dear, that's not a good colour for a car. No.
I don't think patch on it. It's like it had a scar. Very strange.
Well, anyway, sorry. Back to my point. No, nice little divergent there, though, Martin. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Sorry, I'm yawning. You're welcome.
It's fine, mate. To be fair, I think everyone experiences this in their jobs, whether you're in kind of customer service, whether you're behind the scenes of things, whether you're a cleaner, a CEO, receptionist, whatever. You obviously will. Everyone has their fair amount of shit to deal with.
Yeah.
However, if you let that influence you as a person, you need to reevaluate. I'm sorry, because just because obviously someone's dumped rubbish at my feet today, and a couple of people opened a locker and I smashed my head on it because I wasn't able to look up at the time, and they thought it was really funny, doesn't mean I'm then going to go and do it to someone else. Yes, it pissed me off to high heaven. Not going to lie, but it hasn't made me go, do you know what, because these couple of people were complete and utter assholes to me, I'm going to be a complete and utter arsehole to everyone else. Because what's the point?
Doesn't and shouldn't work like that, because we all, in our jobs, I think if you found a job where you don't get shat on, you found the perfect job. Do it forever. Because it does happen. And it has to. That's the way employment works. You're always having stuff plonked at your feet because someone else has someone else's problem. If you're a member of the public and you're using the service, you're a customer, I just think, be nice.
Yeah.
And fair enough, if let's say we're in a scenario, let's say I work in a shop and you come to me and you go, oh, I've got this problem, can you help me? And I go, nah. Then fair enough, kick off. That's fine. If I go, well, actually, let's have a look. This is our policy on this one. If people do that, then you go, okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you anyway.
Thank you anyway. Nice try. You can be annoyed, obviously, but don't be annoyed at the person doing the serving, because
9 times out of 10, it's not their fault. No,
we said about this with the trains last week. Don't get angry at staff. It's not their decision, and not only is it not their decision, they're doing something more often than not that's actually going to try and improve your experience.
Yeah.
And you find if you're nice to people, people are nicer to you. I've had a couple of occasions in stores that I won't name where they've given me more service than I perhaps deserve because I've been nice. That's all you have to do is just be nice to people as much as you can, and that's that.
Yeah. Well, how hard is it not being funny?
It's
but to be a
not
decent person, to be just be a decent human being, where we're not being funny. We're all on this planet.
Yeah,
we're all here. We're all valued
and
because we are all people.
We're all just trying to make a living, man.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing the best that we can as people. And do you know what? Yes, okay. My job isn't the highest paying job in the world. It's also not the most rewarding. But do you know what? I still love it. I actually really, really enjoy my job. Despite all the shit, literal or otherwise. It's a case of the fact that, I'm there to make sure that place is clean and presentable, and my colleagues, they're all there, making sure that the place runs well, that everything goes to plan, that no one gets hurt, no one dies, and that everything just goes well. And do you know what? the fact that it gets kicked up in our face like, a dog kicking up sand.
Yeah.
It can be so soul destroying. But I think that's also what makes the good people, the people that aren't massive arseholes, that's what makes them so good. Because we as a team where I work, we band together during those times. I mean, I turned around and told one of the lads what happened when the bloke dumped rubbish at my feet. And do you know what he did? He kind of laughed a bit and went, "That's disgusting." He said, "Your staff, you could have said something." And do you know what? I didn't. Do you know why? Because it's just not in my nature to turn to a customer and go, "Guess what, sir? You're a dick." It's just not something I'm going to do. But I appreciate the fact that obviously my colleagues are there to support me.
You know what's interesting? We went to the pub a few weeks back.
Indeed.
And you'll remember this. We went to the bar and I said, "Hello, I'd like a pint of Guinness, please." And I pointed at Chris and he said, "I'll have a beer Moretti, please."
Yes.
Those were our weapons of choice that night. And the woman behind the bar said to both of us, "That's the first time anyone today has said please." And this place was rammed. Okay, so what we're talking about is missing manners, basically. Why?
Common human decency.
Just be nice.
It's not hard.
It's not rocket science. If someone is doing something, especially if it benefits you in the end, be nice about it. Don't go ahead and cause problems. Just be nice. The nicer you are, the better you'll be treated. It's as simple as that. I don't understand with this thing where people, I don't know if people think they're better than someone else or not. Either way, if you're one of those people that says please, that says thank you, that has manners, you can carry on listening to the podcast. But for all those other people who insist on being rude because they think they're better than someone, turn off now.
Please.
We don't want you in our community.
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
not to say we don't want everyone. We're trying to be as inclusive as possible. All we want is please and thank yous. That's all we need.
Exactly. And
that's all anyone needs as a human being is please and thank you. That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're not prepared to make those small moves, then I don't want to know you.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? This is the thing, isn't it? Because again, it just comes down to common human decency. And yes, do you know what? I understand. There are going to be people that are having a really, really bad day.
We let's be honest.
We've had them.
We've both had a bad day.
Yeah, of course we have. But do you know what? Do you know one of the first things I did once I'd clocked out work? I walked outside and there was a lady there rummaging around in her bag. She pulled out a cigarette packet and she said, "Oh, where's my lighter?" I just so happened to have one in my pocket. And do you know what? Without thinking, I went up to her and I said, "Excuse me, but would you like to borrow my lighter?" And she went, "Oh, yes, please." And she smiled. She smiled at me, took it, lit her cigarette, gave it back to me and said, "Thank you very much." And do you know what? I was fine with that. I was happy about that because do you know what? Sometimes it's just the small things, even if it is just a please or thank you. Do you know what? It can sometimes make someone's day. Whether you're having a bad day or not, you don't get to treat people like shit. I'm sorry, you just don't.
I feel like people, because they're paying for something, feel that they can do what they want.
Yeah,
no, that's not how it works.
No, doesn't work like that.
You can pay me.
Yeah.
Let's say you were doing something, you wanted to hire me. I'm available for hire, by the way.
I pay him with sexual favours for this.
It's not enough.
You didn't say that last night.
It's only a couple of minutes.
Making love.
Welcome to the rumour mill. This is how we start rumours, Chris. I've got a story about that in a bit, actually. I'll tell you about that.
God.
So I was... what was I saying? Let's say you were to hire me, and I am available for hire for your television, sound engineering, and lighting needs. Okay, I'll do theatres. I'll do whatever you want. Kids' parties. Give me the money, and you can
show me the money.
You can basically have whatever you want off me. But here's the thing: if you were as a customer to come to me and then start having a pop at me, I don't need to deal with that. I don't have to put up with that. If I've done something wrong, that's legit. You have a go at me. If I'm just doing my job and you are rude to me, I'm not going to work for you. And I have that privilege as a freelancer.
Yeah.
But you got to remember that staff in shops, staff in environments where it's a customer staff relationship, like any retail or any even like going to the cinema counts and stuff like that. If you're in that position, be nice, because they're there. I mean, imagine what you like at work.
Yeah,
it's the same for them. They're just dealing with people.
Exactly.
Should we move on?
Definitely. I think. Do you know what? That's my angry rant for the week.
Chris's angry rant of the week. Let's talk quickly about just before we go on to talking about Disney. I watched a little video today that cheered me up.
Oh yes,
we were talking about hedgehogs earlier. So anyone who's watched the Athletics that have just gone the week just gone, Hero the hedgehog.
What a character!
Whoever is in that suit, or sorry, let's not ruin it for the children. Hero the hedgehog is mental.
Oh yeah,
in the best way. Love it. Like you see. I'm presuming the Hero the hedgehog's a he. Maybe I'm wrong to presume that, but he's
just a hedgehog.
Just like messing around. Hedgehogs have genders too. Okay. He's just like messing around, screwing around with Usain Bolt, like building sandcastles in the pit. Like when they do the long jump, he's like building sandcastles. He's hanging his washing out on the pole vault and stuff. One
of my favourite videos of him was from when I was watching some of the running events last night and some of the high jumps.
Yeah,
and he came in on a zip wire. It really made me laugh, and I don't know why, because he was just spinning around waving at people like woo. But do you know what?
Then he went through pyrotechnics into this
fantastic. But do you know what? That's the thing as well. Do you know what else actually made me go, oh, that's nice? Is the way that he was with some of the kids in the crowd.
He actually invited a kid to come do sandcastles.
Yeah, and he like yesterday, the one I watched, he just gave this one a hug because she wanted a hug. And it was nice because obviously I know a lot of people, like mascots for these kind of things, a lot of people will, but it's just nice to see that it was televised and shown.
And also this will be the first time in ages that a mascot has actually made an impact.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
For the 2012 Olympics, they made a bit of an impact, but that's because I think we're in the host country.
Yes.
We had Wenlock and Mandeville. Those were their names. I remember that name because Wenlock was the Olympic mascot and Mandeville was the Paralympics mascot.
Yeah,
because the Paralympics were started in Stoke Mandeville, where I used to be from around there.
Oh,
so that sticks in my mind very much. So
you're not even from round here.
Even from round here. In fact, at home we've actually got a little Mandeville.
Oh, that's cool.
And he sits by the computer, I think.
That's quite cool.
Anyway, my parents' home, that is. Yeah, just really cool to see. Nothing more to say.
Sure.
I just thought it was really good fun. Should I tell you about the story where I got mistaken once? I went to a Christmas party. A member of staff that I used to work with, lovely guy, and he was gay, right? Absolutely fine. He was gay, top man, great laugh. We took some pictures in a photo booth on the Christmas party. Just some pictures, and there's like one where I'm behind him, like cuddling him, like you get those couples photos.
Yes,
doing that. Now, bear in mind, my girlfriend was at the Christmas party.
Indeed, she was.
I was coming to work the next day, and people were going, "Are you and Josh a thing?"
Did they actually?
Yeah,
that's
and
phenomenal.
I was like, it's just a photo. We put it on Facebook. It's silly. I made the mistake though. I should have gone yes. I should have run it for a week.
Yeah, but played the joke, man.
But I just went.
Play the room.
I just went. What? No, and I got asked by every single person. I was like, wow. Anyway, let's talk about Disney.
Yeah, we're talking about Disney.
So Disney has exited a Netflix deal for its own streaming service. It's not actually a proper link I've got. It's just a video of someone from IGN talking. So basically, Disney have pulled all their stuff off. Well, they're going to be pulling all their stuff off Netflix, and they're going to start like their own Disney style Netflix.
Okay.
Here's the question for you, Chris.
Yes.
I understand that people with children are likely to pay for this.
Probably, yes.
No doubt in my mind, if you have a child, this is probably worth paying for.
Yeah.
If you don't, like you and I love Disney. Don't get me wrong, I love Disney. I don't think it's worth paying for. I anything I want that's Disney related, I'll have on DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's definitely not for us.
Probably
not,
sure. No.
But I don't know who it is for. I think it's just got to be for people with children. Then again, Disney cartoons, if you have Sky or Freesat or not Freesat, but you have Sky or Virgin in the UK, that is, in America, you Comcast, whatever you've got, or anywhere else in the world you have your own satellite providers, surely instead of paying for that stuff through that, you're just going to get it off your subscription, Sky Plus it, or record it. Like, I don't think I don't know if they're going to, because Netflix is great because it offers a wide gamut of everything.
Yeah, well, do you know, going for your question, do you know what the thing is? I think you're right. I think parents with younger children and stuff will probably buy into it, but I happen to know many people that are such huge Disney fans that they will probably pay for it. And do you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah,
that's
fair
their
enough
thing.
if you want it. I just don't know if this is going to benefit Disney.
Do you know what? I don't actually think that it needs to benefit Disney. I think they just want to do their own thing. And obviously,
because Disney are notoriously in control of their own.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Stuff like, so they're notorious for being hardcore about it.
I think they will want to keep a hold of their own stuff, because obviously when you're channeling it out to other people and churning it out for other providers and stuff, you're sat there and you're going, oh, I can just get that on Netflix. Whereas Disney are probably going, hang on, we're missing a bit of a trick here. Why are we giving it to someone else when there are a bunch of people who will want to pay us specifically for it?
Yeah, I guess they're just like, spotting a market, I suppose.
Well, who knows? Because obviously Disney make quite a lot they've made a lot of films. They're going to continue to make a lot of films.
Yeah, of course.
But what we've also got to remember, because obviously we're assuming that it is going to be purely like Netflix. But what if the stuff that they're also going to be putting on there is going to be like some of their new stuff, for instance, and it's released earlier than it is on DVD and stuff.
Like say, for instance, let's say Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. So if they got it up and running, say, tomorrow, and they turned around and went, right, okay, do you know what? For everyone who's bought this, you're now going to get early access to our new release films.
I don't know if Disney are prepared to cannibalise their home DVD sales like that.
Well, they might not be, but at the same time, we've also got to remember that obviously a lot of things these days are digital, or they're receiving from other places.
Sure.
And I think it comes down to whether or not people prefer the hard copies or they want the digital copies.
I think 99% of people that are our age,
yes,
certainly just have it all digitally.
I still have a load of films Disney-wise that are VHS up in my attic.
I still buy Blu-rays. And if there's a good deal on DVD, I'll buy that too.
Well, yeah.
I'm not fussy. And also, there's a reason why I buy it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a sort of audiophile.
You are, yes, indeed you are.
I'm a bit of a videophile.
Yeah.
So, I've got a 4K TV and stuff, and I've got a surround sound system.
You want
the
top
proper
dollar,
experience.
top quality.
Yeah, I want the proper experience, so I'll go Blu-ray every time. But Blu-ray's kind of dead in the water on its own. But that's besides the point, really, because they're still buying this stuff. They're just buying it on iTunes, or they're buying it on Amazon Video, or they're buying it on... Well, actually, a lot of people aren't buying it. They're just waiting for it to come on Netflix. That's where it's changed. Also, the cinema. The cinema's been hit by that because...
Oh, hell of a lot,
they'll just be like, oh, that film. Oh, it looks all right. I'll be on Netflix at some point, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. People aren't as willing to go these days to the cinema to go, because they go, oh, I really fancy playing that.
We need to go to the cinema soon.
We do indeed. At the end of the month.
I want to go and see The Hitman's Bodyguard.
I want to see that, because Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, both very funny men in a lot of ways. Yes. I really want to see it.
Kingsman
it looks great.
2 is out at some point.
Yes. Oh, Kingsman The Golden Circle. I'm so excited because I love the first one. The first one is one of my all-time favourite films. The second one is going to be epic.
This second one better not cock it up.
Yeah, let's hope not. With the Statesman.
Speaking of not cocking it up.
Yes.
SoundCloud is okay. They've secured their future.
Holy shit.
Congratulations, SoundCloud.
Yes.
Because a lot of artists, including Chance the Rapper and people like that, came out in support of SoundCloud because it's a platform like no other. It's a place where new music can grow, and we host our podcasts on it. A lot of podcasts are hosted on it because they do an RSS feed feature, which is what we use to push it to Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
We've now started paying for it.
Indeed.
So we are going to have every single episode on the SoundCloud. And you'll notice that they're all going to be in a funny order because I'm going to re-upload the old ones that we got rid of.
Yes.
So they're going to be in a funny order for the next few days. You're going to see episode 1 coming out again, just because we want to have it all up there as an archive. Of course, everything's on YouTube in the correct order. Episode 6 has now been re-uploaded to both SoundCloud, and YouTube, so
Yes, it
everything
has.
is fine. Don't worry, everybody. Everything is bon. Yes. Speaking of things that are fine,
Yes.
Stephan Karl.
Yes, this is a story I'm very, very, very excited
this
about.
Is just to be clear, this is fairly fresh. The story we're actually
It came
reading
out today.
Yeah, we're actually looking at it on the when we say today, I mean the 14th. We're actually the only source we can really find for this that seems relatively.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Sorry, my tablet literally just died on me.
Oh, good.
So but what do you mean?
Anyway, the only real source that we can find about it is Unilad. And I myself don't necessarily credit them as a reliable source,
No.
but let's see what they've got to say on it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Stephan Karl. Stephenson has made a miracle recovery from cancer after it was reported he was in the final stages of cancer just a few months ago. Stephenson, who's well known for playing the character Robbie Rotten on the popular children's TV show Lazytown, told RUV he is free from liver cancer at the moment after undergoing 2 surgeries. The actor was diagnosed with bile duct cancer in 2016, which advanced to stage 4, but the surgery and chemotherapy treatment has worked, and he has told the press he was rid of the cancer. He has said, "The damn disease is gone until it comes back, whenever that will be, which will hopefully be never. Life is now almost a miracle that I'm still here." That's awesome.
Isn't it cool? See, this is the thing. This is the bit that shocked me, because obviously I brought this up to you literally just before we started, because I just remembered. I went, oh God! While I was at work, I had a quick glance at Facebook, and there it was at the top of my news feed.
Yeah.
And my God, I was so excited. It was ridiculous, because I was sat there going, oh my God, that's amazing.
It means that We Are Number One memes are now fully back on the table.
Oh, 100%. And do you know what? It couldn't have happened to someone so good, because he is so good.
And a nice guy, all round.
He is
By
phenomenal.
all accounts, he's a nice guy.
I obviously don't follow his career that closely, but it's stories like this that make me go, do you know what? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for him. Because it's not every day that someone goes, or someone who's in the public eye, like an actor, like he is, or a performer, an artist, anything. Anyone who, has the media space. It's not every day that someone turns around and goes, yeah, do you know what? I just beat cancer's arse. I whipped it like a little boy.
A friend of mine is actually... hang on. I don't think you meant that in a literal sense.
No, not in a literal sense.
I think as well, my friend Susie, I'm sure she won't mind me mentioning this, she's also beating cancer today, she's announced.
Oh, that's incredible.
So it's amazing. Today's been a good news day. And as we go on, I just want to talk about cancer for a second. When we did No Mercy, we did it for Macmillan.
Yeah.
And we did it not long after my uncle had passed away.
Indeed we did.
From cancer. The rate of survival is getting better.
Which is phenomenal in itself.
And I'd like to take this moment to say, actually, I think the Just Giving's still open if you want to. You can go to nomercy24.co.uk if you want, and you can still donate to No Mercy 24. That website will be updated next year. I've actually got a guy called Chris who's going to work on it for us. We're actually going to have a proper website next year.
That's really cool.
We've got to figure out what we're going to do. We need to actually have a meeting about that at some point soon.
Yes, 100%. I'd like to start planning it, actually.
Donate money to charity. Do everything you can. Cancer is a horrible, horrible disease.
Indeed it is.
And there are statistics from Cancer Research UK that say 1 in 3 of us will develop it, which is bad news, but it's obviously good news because it means the rate of research is going to increase. Now, to fund that rate of research increasing, we're going to have to chip in. Yeah. So please do, if you can give any money, go to Cancer Research, go to Macmillan, go to any cancer charity in your country, or any cancer charity you like. This disease needs to be stopped. Giving to charity is a great thing anyway.
Yeah, well, do you know what?
Diabetes UK, for instance, I give to them as well. And Alzheimer's as well. Yeah. We've been talking about that a lot lately.
We have.
Charities are amazing.
Well, do you know what?
They really are.
This is the thing. Obviously, please do give to charities. But if there's anything you can do to help people that are going through such a rough time, whether it's the people with the disease, whether it's their families, whether it's just people who know them and are close friends, and these people obviously mean something to them, help them out. Be there for them. Just, do you know what? Even if, And I know they have adverts and stuff on it on TV and stuff, and on YouTube and stuff. One came up when I was watching YouTube the other day.
Yeah.
But they have obviously adverts for a Macmillan, cake afternoon
sales.
tea. Yeah, no, like afternoon tea. You invite people to community centres, your own homes, things like that. All these things help. This is what I obviously because we as a people don't often see the results of where our money goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Does it matter when it actually the rate, as you said, rate of survival is increasing, and that in itself is phenomenal.
What's nice is the £1,010 that we've raised from Macmillan has probably gone to supporting someone who is in their final stages, or helping someone get back on their feet.
Yeah,
and I really, if I could help someone like that every month, we would do it. Just so
100%.
You know, if we thought we could get away with doing that every month and get the same amount of money, we'd do that every month.
I would. Do you know what?
Promise you.
This is the thing, isn't it?
But obviously, we don't want people to get tired of it. We don't want people to go slow down on donating. So we're going to do it once a year.
It doesn't. It's.
We might do a little thing at Christmas, but we haven't talked about it yet.
It's not like we're sat there going, do you know what? We're not going to do it because we don't want to lose a day of sleep.
That's nothing. That's sacrificial.
Nothing.
I can do that.
I can do that. But do you know what? It's a case of we don't want it to be, because it is special. It's special for us, and it's special for the people that the things we're going to do.
Yeah,
it's help. It's also it's special for them.
We like to think it's a special event for our audience as well.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, don't worry. We can announce it here and now. No Mercy 24 2018 will return. I personally would like to do the same thing again. I know you're thinking about changing it up, and maybe we might bring someone else in on it.
Well, this is the thing. I think it'd be quite nice if we could have a chat about it before the next podcast.
Maybe we can come back to you with more news next time.
Hopefully.
After this podcast, we'll both grab a cup of tea.
Yeah, mate.
And we'll have a chat about it quickly. Anyway, can I talk about something else?
Yes, mate, please do.
A guy on YouTube called Jimmy Broadbent. I'm actually going to go ahead and invite him on the show at some point.
Yeah,
because he seems like a top man. He is. That's the sound of Diet Pepsi. Other Diet Pepsi, Diet Cola drinks are available.
Diet Pepsi. No.
The next generation. But do you remember the Pepsi chart?
No.
Oh, it was like, you got Big Top 40 UK at the minute on the radio in the UK. It used to be called the Pepsi chart with Dr. Fox.
No, I don't remember.
A mate of mine who I work with worked on that.
That's really cool.
It's cool. Sorry. You have no frame of reference for it, but it's very cool.
Just very quickly, sorry. I've just had a sip of that Pepsi, and do you know what the most horrible, depressing thing is?
Go on.
All I can taste at the moment is cleaning chemical.
Oh. Well, Chris, you shouldn't be drinking this stuff, to be honest with you.
Well, I always thought that
I was thirsty.
Drinking a bit of acid might help whiten my teeth a bit.
I don't think it works like that. I think you use UV light.
And my insides.
I had... This is completely off topic. Yeah. I heard someone say, don't drink Pepsi or Coke. It stains your stomach, like the stomach lining. Right. And I'm thinking, if I'm ever in a situation where I see my stomach lining, I think me looking at it and going, "What's a bit brown?" is the least of my worries.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, who cares?
Oh, would you look at that? My insides have exited my body.
My insides are brown. What's all this blood coming out? Anyway, Jimmy Broadbent.
Yes.
He's finished Gran Turismo 3, and as we record this, he started Gran Turismo 4.
Yeah.
You can go on his YouTube, just search for Jimmy Broadbent and watch him play Gran Turismo. It's really cool. I like what he does. I like what he makes. He does a lot of racing sim stuff if you're into that. I don't know why I'm giving him a plug. We're not friends with him or anything. Hopefully, we can have a chat and see if we can get him on the show. It'd be really nice. And he seems like a nice chap. And I think, I'm not sure, he's from vaguely the same area as us.
Oh, is that right?
I think. I think he's in the same county as you.
Oh. Will I never...
It's worth a chat, isn't it?
Indeed.
Let's talk about what I've been playing this morning, actually. I was playing Cities Skylines. It was in the Steam sale a little while ago, in the middle of the summer. And I tell you what, I thought, I'm not going to like this.
Yeah.
It's going to be rubbish. No, it's not rubbish. I played it for like 4 hours straight and made a city, like a mega city in 4 hours. This thing's wicked. I'm in the next stage. I unlock airports.
Oh, you're gonna be having the time of your life with you and your planes.
When I get an airport.
Oh, Martin, what's that plane up there? Well, it's a plane.
I can identify planes if they're low enough.
Indeed, you can. Oh, it's a Martin Willingham. Sorry,
but nonetheless, this game is so cool. The resource management side of it's getting me a little bit. Like, I'm running out of coal to power my power station, so I'm trying to go clean. I'm trying to go like hydro, or I'm trying to go wind,
solar.
But then people complain about the noise.
Well, just kill those arseholes.
I just think if they don't like it, they'll move out.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But it's like I said to you though, man. I think, do you know what? Because obviously you showed me a little bit when we first got here, because I've not seen any gameplay of it yet. It looks really, really cool. I kind of want to get into it myself.
It's what SimCity should have been.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's got its problems. It has weird little things where you can't put things in certain places. With a game that's sort of like that scale with its micromanagement, and you can micromanage down to people. I can rename people.
Oh.
I can move people. And I can also then build a massive bloody train terminal. I think it's nuts.
It's like I said to you earlier that I think the reason that you're probably having trouble with your resources and stuff is probably because you expanded too quickly.
Like the city's still making money, so I just keep building power plants.
Well, this is the thing though, isn't it? Because obviously, I guess the same could be said for actual cities. Like,
don't expand too fast.
If you look back into the history of things, do you know what you will find?
The same problem.
You will find the same fudging problem.
So to be fair, Sam, credit where credit's due. I mean, basically pretty wicked as far as it goes.
For sure.
Buy it. Buy the game. Play the game.
Do it.
It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. That was quite good, actually.
It wasn't so bad.
There's nothing else I need to say about it other than I played it. And, I sat around this morning because it hasn't been that long since we recorded the last one. I was like, what have I done? I've been at work. So I was like, right, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play a brand new game that's new to me. And I played City Skylines and I loved it.
Fair,
it was also nice to get the old PC on the go as well, actually.
Yes.
I don't play enough on the PC, and I was playing with the keyboard and mouse, obviously, because there's no other way to play those games.
Yeah.
Really good fun. You watched a film this week, an old film.
Yes, very much so. And do you know what? Actually, I think it would be fair enough to say that it's become a cult film, I believe.
Great film.
It's a phenomenal film. I've always liked it from when I first saw it, and I really enjoyed it.
I was introduced to it.
Oh, really?
A few years back, yeah.
Well, do you know what? Because I saw it when it first came out, I think, when I first managed to get my hands on a copy, and I went, oh, okay, I like zombie films. I like a bit of comedy, even if it is dark comedy, and I watched it, and I went, it is the film that I watched again with my parents the other day, even if it was only like the first hour or so because I was shattered. It was Zombieland. Zombieland is a phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it, it's got Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson,
a great cameo.
Yes, very much so.
Which we won't ruin.
No, you won't. Is it Emma Stone?
Emma Stone, and someone, who else is in it?
The girl who plays the little sister. I'm lost on her name.
I'm lost on her name.
But we'll find out. But it's a brilliant film because if you a fan of the zombie genre, then you might enjoy it. But if you like your zombies genres or your zombie films to be serious, you can look the other way because it's not that kind of film. Yeah. Considering the fact that
this isn't 28 days or 28 weeks, is it?
Well, considering it's a slight spoiler, but it doesn't do too much. It features a banjo. It features
Twinkies,
a baseball bat, and it also has a pair of shears involved, and it's very, very funny. And do you know what? Actually, I find that the humour comes from Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson's character is amazing.
He is just a funny man. I love that man.
And do you know what? There's more. If you like Shaun of the Dead, I think you'll probably like this film.
Well, yeah, 100%.
There's more than a touch of Shaun of the Dead in there.
It's very very, very American, but I think that's kind of the charm of it.
It's like the American Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's why I put it
fair,
down,
isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'd put them both in the same category as comedy zombie films. A bit like another zombie one that's actually very funny, which I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah.
Cockneys versus Zombies.
I keep seeing it.
It is hilarious.
I saw it in like supermarkets.
Yeah.
The other one I saw was Zombie. Osama bin Laden's back. This time he's a zombie. Genuine
dear.
product. I can't wait to buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna watch it. Chris and I are gonna get hammered, and we're gonna laugh at what could either be a brilliant film or a terrible film that's so bad it's hilarious. Because I've seen some bad things.
Oh yeah.
I saw. I can't remember what the name of it is. Snakes on a Train. I saw. That's a genuine film, though. That's not me taking the mick.
It's not. It's genuine.
We found it in 99p stores back when they were a
Amazing.
thing.
It's still a thing.
And there was something about demonic toys versus Doll Man.
Oh, okay.
There's another one where they got toys that have been possessed, and they are being battled by a man who is the size of a doll.
Well, do you know that's quite funny.
It is the funniest shit ever.
Well,
and we tried to IMDb Snakes on a Train, and it wasn't f***ing there. I'm going to have to bleep that.
You are going to have to bleep that.
I promised myself I'd never say that on here.
You are going to have to bleep it.
Oops. I've got to find it. Better make a note of the time.
Yeah, you best had to. Just quickly, mate.
That'll be about 46 seconds in.
Well, one of my
46 seconds, 46 minutes.
One of my all-time worst films that I will never watch, and I will never watch a sequel of, because I watched Sharknado.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how much of it I watched?
All of it?
3 minutes.
You watched 3 minutes of Sharknado and went, you know what, I'm out.
Yep, 100%. It's not. It was. I just didn't like it. It's just one of those films, and I couldn't. Do you know what? I couldn't even see any funny side from it from when it started.
Really?
Yeah, not at all.
Nothing at all.
No,
nothing.
Bored
no
me to tears.
Right. Well,
just one of those things at the end of the day, mate.
There's no pleasing you. Let's talk about Ghost in the Shell.
Yes, please
Ghost
do.
in the Shell has arrived on Blu-ray.
I've not seen it, so
and it's still
in its cellophane.
However, I did see it in the cinema.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And the podcast hasn't started that, so I can talk about it. If you like the anime version, I can't honestly recommend this.
Oh.
If you've never seen the anime version, watch it. It's good. It's a good film. It is a good film, but people who are into the anime will probably feel a bit betrayed by it.
Will the hate be real?
It misses out some details. It got criticism when it came out for like being the whiteification of that film because it's Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
Who's great, by the way.
The whole whitewashing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's great in it, by the way. But yeah, it's a good film. I liked it. I liked that it set the tone nicely. I liked the look of it. I like the soundtrack's very good. The plot, as we know from the original, is kind of convoluted.
Yeah.
I don't know how well some of that stuff translates to live action. But as far as it goes, on its own, it's good. As I said, I think people who are fans of the anime may feel a little betrayed by it.
I've seen the anime version.
Even if you like the anime version, it's still worth a watch. People also criticise Scarlett Johansson's performance as being a bit flat.
Really?
But here's the thing. Think about who the character is.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to play her a bit flat.
Yeah.
If there's any character you can play a bit flat, it's her. Because this is a human mind that has effectively been wiped.
Yeah, if you're not being funny, if it's a blank slate, you're not going to have many emotions in that regard, are you?
Yeah. And she does show some emotion, but it's like a quiet rage, which I think actually does translate well from the anime. There's like a quiet sort of uncomfortableness.
I've seen the anime myself, and do you know what? I wasn't a fan of the anime, but I still want to see the live action film because I want to be able to give it a fair chance and go, okay, I didn't like the anime, but I might like this one. So. I think it's either way.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I think it comes with the ultraviolet code. Ooh. I never use those, so I'll give you that, and you can watch
Cheers,
it.
Mate. Thank you.
So we've got 10 minutes left.
Oh.
And let's talk quickly. We better call him by his proper name, otherwise we'll get in trouble again.
Indeed.
Spider-Man.
Yes, Spider-Man
2 on the PS.
1. Yeah, I played it
Again
on Sunday, and do you know what? I really found that I still really love that game. I keep coming back to it because it's. Do you know what? It's just funny.
Yeah,
it's
funny in a good way, or funny
in a good retro way.
A messed up
the
way.
fact that it's whether anyone wants to admit that retro games have any problems or not. I think
they do.
Yeah. But yeah, we say that, but some people will go, "Oh my God, you're being
it's also
awful towards retro games.
I guess
they're perfect."
That PS1 era as well doesn't look good anymore.
No, it hasn't aged particularly well, has it? But do you know what? Martin lost his microphone.
Mike swap. This is. Hang on. Stall for me, Chris. Stall for me.
I am stalling for Martin in this bit, which is absolutely fine. But no, honestly, with Spider-Man, if you've still got the PS1 and a copy of this game, give it a play, because do you know what else I didn't realise the first time I stuck it in the machine again and gave it a whirl?
What in the machine and gave what a whirl?
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, right. Let's not get flagged again.
Yeah, let's not. It's the voice acting. The voice acting now really makes me laugh, and it shouldn't do, because it with all intents purposes, it was done as seriously as a game about a man spider could be. It was as serious as it could be. But do you know what? It's some of it. I think there's a line in it that I played on, "Damn you, Spider-Man," and I just really giggled. I don't know why, because it was so over the top and accentuated. No, it's not Tobey Maguire at all.
Weird.
No, I know, because it's not Spider-Man 2, as in like the original. It was like
the films.
No, it's as in the animated series.
Oh right.
Is what that game was based on. But some of it is just like, I think you have to fight Clayman in it. And it's Sandman, that's the one.
Sandman was a biggie, wasn't he?
And is the voice actor for him? I think. Do you know what? Actually, I think it might have all been one voice actor, because he was there like this, and it just really made me laugh. And I shouldn't have laughed, because this is someone's job, but it was very, very funny, because you just look at it now and go, do you know what? PS1 game voices haven't aged well at all.
There's a time where game voiceovers were a bit ropey.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't get the big names that we do now, like Kevin Spacey or Kit Harington or whatever. Or even Daniel Craig. This is what I found really weird. Do you remember the GoldenEye remake?
Yes, I
did
do.
For PS3, Xbox 360 and Wii?
I remember that one.
I played it all the way through. There's a review of it actually on the site. If you like Call of Duty and you like James Bond, you'll be sound as a pound. And Daniel Craig did the voice of it, as well as Sean Bean.
Did Sean Bean actually do the voice?
Sean Bean actually came and did the voice of 009, right? Who then becomes... But anyway, they were both in it.
Yeah,
and you had Judi Dench, and you had all the proper voice actors. It was great. And I really liked that game. And then they had the follow-up, which is 007 Legends.
Okay.
And it wasn't Daniel Craig.
Disappointing.
And it was like, and it's also the same story. Bond games are terrible for this, because in Everything or Nothing, I think that's Pierce Brosnan, but in the one before, Agent Under Fire, it's his face, but someone else's voice.
Yeah.
Which is just so weird, because Brosnan's sort of our era's Bond. Like, when we were growing up, he was our Bond.
Was Bond, yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, just before we move on from that.
Yeah, go on.
Favourite James Bond game ever?
People are not going to be terribly chuffed with me for this, but it's not the original GoldenEye.
Okay.
It's not the Duel for the Mega Drive. It is actually, it's probably GoldenEye Reloaded.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yours?
Mine. James Bond. 007 Nightfall.
Nightfire. Do you mean Nightfire?
That's the one. Because on the PlayStation 2, I had great childhood memories of that game, because it was just phenomenal.
I'll tell you what else was good for the PS2 and Xbox One, the original Xbox.
Yeah.
From Russia with Love.
Yeah, very good game.
I liked that game a lot, actually. I thought it was really good, and it was a budget title. It was released for like 18 quid.
That's quite funny.
And it was really good, good.
You know,
we're running out of time. Go on.
You know, in Nightfire, you obviously on like the matches and stuff that you could have. with people, like when you had like a second controller and stuff.
Multiplayer.
The multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
One of my favourite things, because I always picked Oddjob as the character I'd go for.
Nice.
And I remember playing with my friend Matt at the time, and we were playing in the lodge map, where you had essentially two castles or two huge lodges at the end of each map. And I was on the top one, he was on the bottom one. I threw the hat, which was an instant kill device, which was phenomenal, and it went all across the map, hit him, and he died. And it was
Nice.
my crowning achievement as a 13-year-old boy.
I'll play as Scaramanga. Harder to hit.
Yes.
Let's quickly talk about this then. Speaking of man on a mission. A British businessman trying to get back to Essex from Cologne somehow ended up in Las Vegas. Finance broker Samuel Jankowski, I think that's how you say his name, 29, said that his boarding pass was checked 3 times by airline staff after he left Germany for Stansted. While falling asleep for an hour, he realised he was going the wrong way when he saw that the plane had gone over the UK on his in-flight tracker. He frantically WhatsApped his pregnant wife using the onboard Wi-Fi before he landed 8,500 miles away in Las Vegas on June the 30th. But he claims when he landed he was treated like a common criminal by US immigration officials who he said threatened to tell him for not having a visa. Well, of course he didn't have a visa. He didn't mean to go to bloody Las Vegas.
He wasn't expecting to go there.
No, he definitely wasn't. He eventually flew back to Cologne, but claims he was banned by Eurowings, so he had to travel to Stuttgart for a flight home. He did 17,000 miles.
What bell end? It's not his fault.
He said, when I got on the plane, I did think it was a big plane for a short flight, but I didn't worry about it. I put on my headphones and went to sleep, and when I woke up I saw that we had passed the UK. I asked the person next to me what was going on. He said, we're flying to Vegas. I said, can we turn the plane around? I didn't even know Eurowings flew to Las Vegas. And he had a seat number and everything, and he was sat in his seat number. Just pure luck.
Oh, poor bloke.
But that seat was empty. Otherwise, if that seat had something in it, someone in it, he wouldn't have gone to Vegas.
No.
And that'd have been fine if he didn't have if he had a visa, like if the visa wasn't a problem, that'd be amazing for him. It'd just be like, sweet. Yeah, weird.
Mate. So that's not something you want to happen, especially if you've got a pregnant wife.
No.
Waiting for you to come home.
Well, I'd have gone there and had a drink. Scientists have figured out how goldfish produce alcohol to survive when trapped beneath the icy surfaces of frozen lakes and ponds. Unlike most vertebrates, which die within a few minutes without oxygen, goldfish and their wild relatives, crucian carp, are able to survive for months in oxygen-free water. Biologically speaking, the fish convert their anaerobically produced lactic acid into ethanol, which diffuses across their gills into the surrounding water. The researchers from the universities of Oslo and Liverpool have discovered the unusual molecular mechanism behind this unique ability. They have pinpointed sets of proteins which are normally used to produce energy by channeling carbohydrates towards their breakdown within a cell's mitochondria. While science. So basically, these goldfish are making booze. They're making moonshine to stay alive.
Can we open a bar and just call it the Goldfish?
The Goldfish. And you'd be drinking like a goldfish.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it has credence. Yeah, it's not just something people say. It's not just a silly saying. Drink like a goldfish is a real thing.
Oh, that actually. Do you know what? That makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it?
Hey, Chris.
Yes, mate.
It's the end of the episode.
It is the end of the episode.
Your turn.
I already have the title.
10, 9.
Stephan Karl beats cancer. Because I think it's so phenomenal, it just needs to be.
Stephan Karl beats cancer. Can't argue with that title at all.
No. And it's phenomenal. With 3 exclamation marks, just so you know.
Okay. Okay. Written that down. And the censoring I have to do. Right.
Yes, you have. Good.
Thank you so much for listening to us this week. You can find every single episode on our YouTube channel, which is Curious Crow Productions. You can find us there. Also, every episode will be coming to SoundCloud over the next little while. I'm not going to release all the episodes at once because, but all the episodes will now be on SoundCloud forever to download to your Apple device through the Apple Podcast app. Now, we want your advice as well. If you know a podcast app that's really popular and you use on, say, an Android phone, we want to know about it and put our podcast up there. So please let us know. We want everyone to be able to take us with them.
100%.
So if you have a podcast app that's your preference, tell us in the comments, and we will put it on there, provided we're able to.
Yes.
So, from myself, Mark William,
And me, Chris Borden.
we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.